Hello, I'm Jennifer. I'm a certified yoga instructor and I'm leading this challenge for Skirt Sports. Today we're going to be working on neck and shoulders, loosening up a little bit of that upper body area. So, as always, you do not need to have any props. The only thing you have to have today is an open mind and a little bit of space. So, if you're on the ground, just get yourself in a comfortable position where you have a nice tall spine, and if you are in a chair, same thing, just upright. Make sure that you'll have a place to move your arms if you do have a back to the chair. Okay, let's settle in, and I always like to begin our practice with light breathing. Bringing our awareness to our breath can help us become present. So in this moment, take that first big inhale and let that breath out. Whatever feels good, out your nose, out your mouth. And notice where you might be holding some tension today. Can you just wiggle your jaw for a moment? Maybe stick your tongue out. Doesn't matter, nobody can see. Don't worry about what you look like. Open and close. And just see. Maybe even touch your jaw a little bit. Especially, if you have the chronic lock in the jaw, or if you grind at night. We'll work through the neck, but don't be surprised when you find the connection between your jaw and your neck. Okay. And then keeping your eyes loose. Even our eyes hold tension. We close our eyes tightly, so soften your eyelids. Soften the skin around your eyes, your forehead. And take another breath. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with a few gentle shoulder rolls. And we'll let that motion come from our shoulders. And then in a moment, we'll change, growing these a little bigger by actually doing it with our elbows. It gives you a little bit more range of motion. And then head the other way. You could do one at a time. Okay. And then arms down along the side body. We'll connect the breath with this one. So inhale, and when you do, start to shrug the shoulders. Get them up there nice and high where we don't want them. And then exhale and see if you can just drop them. Do that a couple more times, please. Turning your neck a few times from side to side, very gentle. And then let's come right back through to the front. I'm going to ask you to drop your ear over one shoulder. It doesn't matter which one, but I'd like you to, I know not everyone can look at themselves in a mirror, but often what happens is the shoulder that we reach to, that one lifts. Sometimes it's the other one too, but ideally both shoulders are low. We're keeping them unplugged and out of our ears. Okay, so when the head goes that way, the other side tendons, that's what we start to stretch. So from here, you're welcome to dip the head down and up a few times, taking the stretch a little bit more to the front and back tendons of the neck. And if this is feeling like enough, stay right here. If you'd like a little add-on, you can take your hands, fingertips right to the top of the ears, and placing your hand on your head. So we're never pulling, we're not doing anything more than placing our hand. And you don't even have to use all the weight of your arm. Tiny bit is usually a lot right there. And find another breath. Okay, we can lift the hand, tilt your head forward, more like your nose is over your knee. Hand can come to the back of the head. Same invitation, just a gentle placement of the hand. Taking that arm and hand back down along the body. Let's come out just as we entered. So roll back over the shoulder. Lift your head back to the center, and then give it a turn side to side, and maybe you're already feeling a difference in there. Let's take that to the other side. Drop on over. You can dip in and out. Remember, always giving yourself options. If this side needs a little more, you're welcome to keep adding on. And then we can lift, tilt the head forward and down, replace the hand on the back. Okay. Hand comes back down, and that same exit, just as we enter, roll back, lift on up, and then a couple more turns. So this is a nice exercise to do, this next one, to give you an idea of the range of motion. So what I'd like you to do is turn your head over to one side until you feel resistance. As soon as it's met with a little resistance, just stop right there. So it's not about cranking your head to every bit that you can, just with ease, turn your head over, and then find a gaze, a focal point with your eyes, lock in, remember what that is because we're going to visit it again. And then do the same thing over here. Turn your head over to one side. As soon as it wants to stop, go ahead and stop. Find something to lock in, and then come right back. Okay, now we're going to stretch through the upper back. So let's rest one arm right on top of the other arm, about shoulder height, and then start to move, but only from that mid to upper shoulder area. So by that I mean the whole torso. We're not twisting around the room. We're just moving the upper body. Okay. And then let's pause. Switch out the arms, please. Other way, same thing. Okay, do you feel that in your upper back? That's the area we're targeting because that will definitely affect the neck and shoulders. And then we can drop down, take one hand, and again, without the torso coming, so like you might even want to hold your torso forward so it's not tempted to go to the side with you. Reach your arm across the body, and like someone's over there that you want to high five, a whole bunch of people. So just high five the whole crowd over there, thinking low, high, medium, maybe making a whole figure 8 over there. And again, this is pulling from the shoulder and upper back. And then let's do that to the other side. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing just to keep it in balance, a figure 8 or so over here. Okay. And then let's just take our arms, give yourself that nice hug, and I like to do a little extra crawl, like you snug in a little bit more, spider crawl the fingers across your back if that's comfortable. You can rock a little bit here too. Okay, then go ahead, drop your arms down, and then let's go with the neck turn again. Turning out over one side, and simply notice if maybe when you turn, there's a little bit more range. And then take it to the other side and do that again. I like this one because you can see the differences almost instantaneously. So come back through to the front, and then you can just make some neck rolls, whatever feels good here. I want you to own this one because everyone has a whole different situation with your neck and shoulders. This is one where everyone holds a little bit of tension, and some people hold their whole world literally on their shoulders. So what feels good here? Okay. Another one for a healthy neck are these neck retractions, which is basically straight spine. Everything right here is neutral, right? We don't want to have that forward neck posture, which is really common right now in our society. What I'd like you to focus on doing is pull it all the way back, like you're making a double chin. Just pull in. You can even slightly tuck the chin down. So pull back and tuck, and then release. Pull back and tuck and release. A couple more, back and down. And that's motion that we want to just keep doing, strengthening the back muscles of the neck. You know, we tend to be forward and down, hanging out. We all know what this is. We know what we're doing here. So to reverse, it's up, back, and then a slight tuck down. Okay, so that's the back side. Let's get into these front tendons, because this is a very often overlooked area. If you can, I like to make contact with the skin on this. So hands right there on the chest, gently tugging, just pulling that area down. Okay. Mouth is just soft, but your lips can be touching. And then let the head start to fall back. All right, so everybody goes to a different variation, a different depth when you go back, and that depends on the neck happiness, and I want your neck to be comfortable. So, and if you're okay with it, you're absolutely welcome to fall all the way back. So please keep doing that, and I'm going to speak to it a little bit. When you do have the head back, go ahead and close your jaw. So the lips are touching, and right away that does pull into those front tendons. And then see about closing your jaw so the teeth touch a little bit. And then just take your tongue and gently push your tongue up on the roof of your mouth. And another variation is the tip of your tongue, almost like it's just dancing across the back of your teeth. Explore your whole mouth with your tongue here. Yeah, so if that's loud, if that feels like a lot to you, that's just about the tendons in the front of the neck that we simply don't give enough attention to. All right, safest way to come out of this is from the waist. We're gonna take from the hips, lean the whole body forward, hinging forward, then let your chin come to neutral, and then pull yourself back to a straight spine. Okay, so that's a bit into the neck area. I would like to go back to those jaws a little bit. So this can be a really nice one. I would like for you to come right there, like kind of by the top of the ear with your finger, and then slide your finger forward and see if you can't find, there's a divot, there's like this little point in there. It's almost asking for our fingers to go right there. Yeah, so if you can find that, go ahead and put a finger, maybe two, in that area and just start to massage gently. And then if it feels okay, you're welcome to put a little bit extra pressure in there. Open and close the jaw a little. Maybe wiggle the jaw. Yeah. And then just take your fingers gently rubbing down. And then at the bottom, we can just pinch a few times, coming down to the chin. And then let's come back up into the temples, little rub, circle, whatever feels good. Yeah. If we could, I'd stay here with you all day and just do some facial massage, but I want to continue with these neck and shoulders. Okay. All right, let's come back down. I'm going to ask us to lie on our bellies, please. And once you come down onto your belly, I'm going to do this with you. So I'm going to show you on our belly. And then we'll take one arm, slide that arm out to the side, right there about shoulder height. So the other arm is right here underneath the opposite shoulder, and I'm going to roll in the direction of this extended arm. And then from there, I'm going to face you. From there, I want you to control this, right? So you can have your hand down. You can have this other leg more like an anchor, where you just put the foot to the floor, knee to the sky. So the opposite shoulder, you're stretching into the shoulder, pectoral area. Might get into the bicep all the way down to the inner wrist. And whatever other area you're feeling. Some people do like to hold here and put a pillow under your head or a yoga block. That's an option. Especially if you want to be here a long time. I know today we kind of are going through these a little bit quicker, but if you could hang out here, this is a beautiful stretch if you have some more time. Okay, find a full breath in, Breath all the way out. Let's take that to the other side. Roll all the way through, and exactly like it sounds, flip out and roll to that other side. I'm going to come and face you. And you might notice the difference in your dominant arm versus the other. Real normal if one's feeling tighter. And you're getting that spinal twist. You know, your back might be telling you all kinds of things here as well. You can always soften this by not coming up so hard. Some people don't even have to make a roll. If you have real tightness, or especially if you have any shoulder injury, be real gentle. Find that last breath. Okay, roll yourself back onto your belly, push yourself on up, and then just come right back to where we started, please, having a seat. And that's it. So, shoulders, neck, jaw, chest, upper back. All kinds of goodness opened up in there. So hopefully you feel a little bit more space. And with that space, I encourage you to take some deeper breaths today. Fill the lungs, fill your heart space best you can. Thank you for sharing your practice.